Okay, good morning to all of you guys. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, August the 2nd. Oh my God. Wow. And also happy week already in August. Wow, time flies. 4 more months and the year's over, right? 5 months. Okay. Okay, so today we'll be going through how to do CMAs, hot sheets, market watches, and CMAs, net sheets, hot watch. What is that?
You had it right. It's the CMAs, hot sheets,
Sheets.
and net sheets.
Net sheets, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so thank you for that. I don't know, I feel confused. I'm seeing the Mike Ferry event here. Okay, all right. So we'll be going through to those different steps how to create a CMA hot sheet market watch on the MLS and to this market. And again, before we were being recorded. Keep in mind that the market is changing. The properties are being more fully they're staying more active when it comes to on the MLS days in the market, and also we're seeing more expires, withdrawals, and cancellations, right? So we definitely got to keep up with with the market. And as we know, the market is becoming a normal market, not buyer's market, but it's becoming to be a normal market, meaning that most likely the prices are being flattened down to right to the core, to the flat line. So eventually prices are, getting price reductions, as we know that, instead of going from up there that were 3 months ago, back 90 days ago, eventually they're coming down. So with that being said, I'm gonna open my little start sharing my computer with you guys. And the first things first is we always want to go to where? To the MLS. Let me see. Okay. Okay, perfect. You guys can see that? Yes, you can. Okay. Okay, so we know the actual address for the MLS. It is CR, not Costco, crmls.com. Okay, and first log into your MLS right there. And if you're a member of the board, any local board, either Rancho, Downey, Lake, Long Beach, yeah, PAR, you will have access. And Brenda, Irina, after next week, you will have access to this as well when you pass your test. So make sure to log in, your password. And so of course you're greeted with different icons, but today we don't care about the icons. We just care about Realist and CRMLS, okay? So right now I want to actually go to Realist. And if you guys want to give me a property address you're probably working with on a listing, or anybody you want to work with, please volunteer a home address or any address, please feel free. And we do a CMA on that property. So anybody wants to share an address? So we do a CMA on? Nobody?
I'll share this one.
Okay, go ahead.
11718 Regency Circle,
Regency Circle in Long Beach?
Bellflower.
Oh, Bellflower, okay. Is that a single family residence?
It's a condo.
Condo, okay. Oh, you're making it tough on me now. Look at you. Okay, got it. All right. That's what I need. Okay, just the address. Okay, so we come here, we gotta look it up. Oh, it does it have a unit, or does the address?
I don't see a unit.
Okay, so let's look it up. So it's
What's a
117.
townhome.
Townhome. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Regency.
Freddy, can you do another one after that one?
Sure. What is the address, Naomi?
825 Claude Avenue, Compton, California.
Claude Avenue?
Laude.
Yes.
Avenue.
Avenue in Compton.
Yeah.
The beautiful city of Compton Heights. Nice.
Yes. Well, at least my area.
And I know. I grew up in Compton, so I know how it is. Actually, yeah. All right. So, Regency. Let's go with the circle. Maybe that's probably why. Regency. Brenda Bailey, 11718 Regency Circle,
17718.
Oh, 17718. Sorry, my dear.
Mhm.
And here it is. So is that Russia? Is that look good?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so it shows that at one point it was already listed for sale on the MLS. Okay. Now keep in mind when a property actually, well, it shows active, right? It is an active property. Okay. Right away when you go to relist, if the property was listed or at one point listed in the MLS, it would show here right on top. Okay. MLS beds, full bath, and so on. If it was never listed on the MLS, it's just going to show bedrooms and bathrooms without having the MLS next to it. Okay, so that's a little hint for you guys to know right away that it was at one point listed, but now going here, it shows it is active. So we definitely want to get the full specs of the property. This is a 3 and 2 year square feet per the MLS, right? It shows as 1189. Since this is a townhouse or a condo, we honestly don't care about the lot size, but we do care for the year built. So 1973. Okay, so it's a condo according to the MLS. Okay, now please do not take that information from the MLS as informational to provide your CMA. You also want to go down to tax records. Okay, and go to where it says here characteristics. Okay, and here is the actual information. Now, if any different any possible changes on the bedroom count or bathroom, the actual discrepancy will show up here. It will show, for example, probably say two, like right here. If you hover your mouse on top of it, it says tax 3, MLS 3. Okay, but and also it would be here as well. So that information, it is accurate. Tax records and MLS is accurate pretty much. So it's okay. All right, so we're good on that side. It's still condominium. Okay, good. So just hover your mouse on top of it. All right, so right here, according to Realist, the estimated value according to them, this property can sell for 589, 500. I'm sorry, 589, 500. Okay. Okay, so now we got all that information that we need, right? Okay, so this property is active. Okay, so since we know it's active, okay, we know more or less, so we definitely want to see that way it shows from the inside. Okay, gives an idea more or less to know what are we comparing with. Okay, so this property, it has been in the market for 26 days in the market. Okay, it is an FHA approved complex. Now, what does it mean when it says FHA approved complex? Does anybody have an idea? What does that mean?
That the buyer who is using an FHA loan can purchase the product.
Correct. Yes. Keep in mind that for a community or a complex, or when it comes to townhouses, condominiums, or community like that, it must be for example, in this case, FHA approved. Why is that? Because again, now how can a complex be approved for FHA? Well, again, FHA has different guidelines and standards, meaning that they want nothing but homeowners to live on the complex. They don't want no renters or people just investing to flip right away, because that complex will not be approved for FHA. So please keep that in mind. Okay, now there's just an actual website. If you Google, I believe in the FHA approved complex, it's going to give you an actual but you definitely got to know the name of the HOA to know if that complex if it is approved or not. Now you can also call the HOA association, right, to find out in case you cannot find that through Google. Let me see if I can find that address. Hold on. So FHA. Let me see if I find this on FHA. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So let me see. You guys can see yeah. So that's this is the actual website. So it's ENTP HUD.gov. That's the actual website to search for any FHA approved condominiums. So you need to know the state, of course, California, right? The county, the condo name, or the condo name, or whatever. So you need the actual is that better for you guys? So it's entp.hud.gov. Okay, that's and then you need the actual HOA name. You punch it in here, and it's gonna give you the if it is approved or not. So let's see if we could find the name of this Do you know the name of this HOA by any chance?
Yeah, I'm trying to see here.
Or you just do it by the city because there's never that many anyways.
Okay, so let's go
Oh.
Bellflower, right? Okay, thank you, Eddie.
Pacific Coast.
Okay, sent. Okay, so here you are, Brenda Bailey. So Pacific Coast, you said?
Pacific Coast.
Okay, let's go to the and okay, next. Huh, I don't see it here. That's strange.
That's weird.
It
That's
is,
what's
right?
on the listing. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah. Let's see, do we have any codes from the condo here? Let's see, from Texas. Let's see. Yeah. No code. Okay, so yeah, so it doesn't show here. So in case you're in doubt, again, you guys go back and contact the HOA itself. Yeah, all right. So this is the actual website, okay? Okay, let's go back to our matrix. Our real list, so we got that. Okay, now let's look at the actual property itself. Okay, it shows nice from the outside. It's attached. Okay, right there. It has flooring, hardwood flooring, laminated, who knows what. Okay. It's kind of, it's okay, it's decent. Open space, small kitchen. And these new well, it has Formica
My God.
countertops. Right. So the kitchen, it has new stainless steel appliances, but the cabinetry is still outdated. Okay, right there, this little work on this side of the sink right there, the vanity. Okay, so I'm assuming it's a little patio. Yeah, it's a patio back there. It has AC. Street, okay. So they're all attached. And I'm assuming that's a garage door, maybe, possible. Stairs. Okay, and the carpet is really beat up and old. Continue.
Ew.
What happened?
No, I was just looking. I was like, ew.
You nasty, huh? Ew, nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's why it's been on the market for 25 days, man.
Yep. Mhm. No closet doors. Wow. Not. Yeah. It's really, it needs work. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Nah, not my cup of tea. Yeah. Yeah. So that door in the patio is that leads to the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. 2-car garage. So it's a pool house. Clubhouse. All right. So again, overall, the outside looks nice and clean, but the inside is a different story. Okay, cool. So this is our comparison, right? Our competition. Okay, so 2060 is in the market and so on. So now our job is to what? to do a CMA on this property, right? So we go back to the matrix, and we always want to start with what? With the search and residential CMA. Okay. We're going to click on coming soon, actives, pending, close, and maybe expired, right? And cancel, just in case. All right. So now we want to get the 20% from our square foot, right? So we know we have what? 1189 on the square feet, right? So we want to get 1189 times 80%. And that was going to bring us the 80% low is 951, right? And then we want to multiply again 1189 times 120%. And that's the high 20%. And that's 1426. So we gotta go in the high and low or low and high. So multiply by 80 and then multiply by 120. And it's gonna give us a 20% difference from the low and the high. Are you guys with me?
You repeat that?
Yeah.
The calculations that you did?
Yeah. So
Sorry.
pretty much we're trying to get the 20% value on the square footage, right? So the 20% difference from 1189, if you multiply it times 80% on the low end is 951. That's 20%, right? And if you multiply that 1189 times 120%, that's 1426. That's 20% on the high end.
Oh, okay.
Because if you multiply 1189 times 20%, that's 238. I'm sorry, 237. So if you minus by 1189, it gives you 951. So just to make it, I'm trying to make it easy for you guys for the calculation. So always multiply times 80% and times 120% on the low and high. You good, Brenda, Peyton, Rena?
Yeah, but I don't know where you applied that 80%.
Okay. No,
So I
so,
got everything else but the 80%.
okay, so the 80% is a low end for which is the difference between 20% of 100. Okay, so okay, look. So if you multiply 1189,
Take the building square footage.
right, the building square footage, right?
Yeah.
It is to give you 237 times 20%.
Yeah, I got
That's
that one.
okay. That's 20%, right?
Mhm.
So out of that, so subtract the 1189 from 237 is gonna give you 951. Now if you add 237 to 1189, it's gonna give you 1426 on the high.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
got it.
so you don't have to subtract and add. Just multiply times 80 and multiply times 120.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Magic numbers. All right. So yeah, so that's gonna give us the low and the high of the actual square feet number. All right. So pretty much okay. So we have that, and we know it's in the city of Bellflower. Okay. Now, when it comes to the property subtype, keep in mind that a lot of agents like us, they don't know the difference between a townhouse and a condo, right? Who knows the difference between a townhouse and a condo? Miss Bailey, do you know that the difference?
From what I've seen, it looks like the townhouse sometimes has like upstairs, downstairs.
Not necessarily.
No.
No. The most common practice for a condo is you most likely have attached walls compared to a townhouse. A townhouse, you might have one common wall or no common walls.
Okay, but in this case, there's common walls, right?
So yes, correct. So if you go back to the MLS here, let me go back to the right. So you have common walls. See, they have it as a subtype as townhouse. But technically it is a what?
Condo.
Condo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of agents, and again, they do that mistake that, right? They put us townhouse instead of being a condo or vice versa. So that's why I would select both condo and townhouse, because you can never get it right. All right, so in this case, since the market has shifted, right, we're not gonna go back 6 months. We're gonna go back 90 days. Okay. And so far it shows that we have what? 25 results right there, matches right there. Based on the 951 to 1426. Okay, so let's go to results. Go to map to see where about they're located. Okay, now go to map here. And right here, we want to punch in our address that we're doing our CMA on. So this is Regency, Bellflower, and then hit enter.
177.
Thank you, Brenda. 17718. Okay, Regency, okay, and then hit enter on your keyboard, and there it is. So it's gonna bring you back to your pinpoint right there. It's gonna drop a pin, and there it is. So now you know where it's located. Now you can actually remove the pin if you want to, if it's on your way. Okay, so from here now, we wanna, there's two pins here, back to back. Now, what does that mean? That most likely this one expired and it closed on the same little complex here. So let's see the one that it closed, see how far back, okay, and then also try to compare to our subject property. So this one actually sold for less, 630, and it sold for 610. And it only was 6 days in the market. But now look at the year built. So this is a nearer community complex, right? And we go to the pictures. Well, that's actually shows way better, right? By
Very
far.
nice, yeah.
Pretty nice, right? Modern, right? Granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, recessed lights. Now we cannot call this laminated flooring or hardwood floors. We don't know that. So please don't call that. Okay, continue. So most likely it looks like it was staged. Okay, a balcony, bathrooms, master, AC or heating. Right, really nice. Okay. Indoor washer and dryer. Fireplace, patio, I'm assuming legal. Okay, so this one, now, can we use this as a comparable? No, why not, Brenda Bailey?
Because it's way newer as far as the year, and it's the year built is way higher.
Well, you can use it as a reference, right? Because if you cannot find anything else similar to your subject property, and this can help you, so to give you some idea. Now you go discount, you know, or maybe 35% from the original price here, right? And get an idea more or less. So let's go to keep right now. Let's keep it as a backup just right now. Okay, so let's go back to the map. And now let's see why this one expired. Or what happens is, okay. Okay, so this one actually had expired. Okay, so now this one, same community, right? That light just went out. Okay. All right, so this one actually, it was going for less, 510, 100,000 lower, right? Again, same community, same complex, but it was selling for less. And Richard Gonzalez from our company. Do you guys know Richard by any chance? Anybody? No? Well, hit him up. Okay. All right, so this one actually expired. Only 59 days in the market, didn't sell. Okay, so this is gonna Not a good one right now. Go back to drop pins, and we have Serentina, 2 of them. That one's active, one is pending. So let's go to one that's pending right now. Okay, and of course, newer. This is a tri-level. Really nice. Really nice. Okay. Barbecue area. Bathrooms, bedrooms. Okay, well. All right. So this is also a good comparable, but it's pending right now, right? Newer 2007. And then the other one on 17, the other one here for 625. Price reduction from 650 to 625. Okay, and we're starting to see more and more of those coming up our way. Okay, a little modern, nicer. Not bad, okay. Okay, good. So we have another active property in the area. This is your competition. And now let's go to the area here. We have another one, Cedar, on 9831 Cedar Street, Unit 13. It went up in price, 520 to 555, 500. 10 days in the market, and this one closed already. Wow, okay. Let's see the way it looks. So this one, it is a townhouse because there's no common walls. Okay, shows nice. And they have it as a condo. Okay, whatever. All right. They have it here condo, but it says here, this townhouse style, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath condos. Makes no sense. Okay. All right. So this is good comparison, right? And so it closed when? It closed back in June. So 2 months ago. Go back to the map. Here's another one right there. Another townhouse. And this one also closed as well. So it's 560. So this is a condo, I'm assuming. Okay. That's the picture we have here. Okay, so this one, it closed back in when? May. Okay, look. And then we have 580. 98. Shows really nice as well. Okay. Just nice little piece of property right there. From 499 to 588, something 580. And this one closed back in May. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so we have enough closed properties for sale that it closed. Okay, let me see this one here. On Ramona. Actually, this one I'll take this one because it's more newer, recent sold. Let me take away that one out. All right. So we have how many properties did we selected already? Okay, so let me go back to results. We go back to the agent one display right there. And then go to refine at the bottom right here. And then we want to narrow right there. So now it narrows down to the one we just only selected. Okay. Now I know we have chosen the one that is uncertain that is pending. Now keep in mind, pending doesn't mean that it's closed. Okay, now if you want to find out how much it's going for, if it's selling for more, for less, you can always contact the agent. And I'm gonna do that in front of you guys right now. Can you hear it? Yes? Good, okay. Let's call Lourdes Pan. Hopefully she answers. Hello, Lourdes? Hi, Lourdes. How are you? Good afternoon. This is Freddy Gamboa with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Okay,
How you been? Good morning.
good morning.
Lourdes, I was calling because I know you have a listing here on Serpentina, on 17635 Serpentina Court in Bellflower that is pending.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was calling because I know I'm trying to take a listing here on Ramona, and I'm trying to do some comparables, and there's hardly any comparables in the area. Would you be able to tell me more or less if it's selling for more than the asking price or for less?
Yes, I accept offer for less price.
How much less?
It's offer for 600,055.
655.
Yeah.
Yeah. The market is changing, right, Lourdes?
Yes,
Yeah, I know it's hard because
and I do every week open house,
right.
but the people say no. I like the buyers, but you know the buyers no pre-qualification for this price.
Right, exactly.
That's why I have problem. But the property, you know, I have the property is very nice.
It is. It's a nice property you have there.
Very nice.
Yeah, because I have a seller.
All the properties there is nice.
Yeah, because I have a seller who wants to sell his property for 650, but again, it doesn't show as clean as yours. So yeah, okay. And he said, well, and he wants to price it close to your price. Like, huh? He wants 650, but no, it won't sell for 650. It's too much. It's so I'm trying to say like, hey, look, it's
I think it's
650. You think so?
mine is 655.
Okay. Yeah, but this is an older community. It was built in 1980.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because the mine they have pool, jacuzzi, you know,
Yeah.
a very nice. I don't know explain to you, but my English is not good. I understand you. I'm sorry. But is that the next building
Yes.
property?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No. It's in Ramona.
Oh, it's in Ramona.
Yeah, Ramona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But how many bedrooms?
1.5.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
too expensive.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah. Yeah, again, I have an appointment with the seller tonight, but I'm trying to do my CMA. But I gotta bring them down from Fantasyland to reality. Yeah. Okay, Lourdes. Well, thank you for your information. I appreciate you. So it gives me an idea more or less how much to give him on his price.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Take care. Good job. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So there you go. So people are open to give you, their prices if you ask them, hey, I'm doing a CMA. And so now we know it's selling for what? For 655. From 690, look at that, from 690 all the way to 655.
That's very rare, by the way.
Is it?
That they
What?
give you. It doesn't always happen.
Well, you gotta be, gotta be kind, brother. Gotta
No, I
give-
know. I'm not saying give me the number. No.
Just sorry, this is Tere.
Hi, Tere.
Hi, I have a listing up on La Puente I started at 590. I had to
Uh-huh.
bring it to 5699 plus now they are giving $10,000 closing costs because of that same reason that we're going through.
Yes.
Just FYI.
No, yeah. Again, it's everywhere right now. Prices
Yeah.
are being dropped like flies. They're dropping pretty much, and that's how it is. And that's what we gotta, definitely from right now, from the get-go, educate our sellers and be honest with them. Look, this is what's going on. You know, what
Yeah.
you saw maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago, again, it's not happening no more. You know, prices are being reduced, you know,
Yes.
from high prices to, you know, half price or lower, 30%, who knows what. So let them know, be honest, be truthful. Look, we're not, again, this is not the COVID days that people were overbidding 50, 30,000 above asking price. That's gone. That's long gone already. So now we know that this one's going for how much? 655. All right. So let's go back to our, remove that one from pending right there. Actually, well, we could just keep it there as pending right there. Okay. Go back to agent one display. And so we already have one active, one pending at 655. And they are right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and go back to actions. Go back to print. And we want to do a little quick CMA right there. Print to PDF. And now it's going to give you us a little quick CMA report. So just to give you an idea more or less, right? So based on the property you have on Regency, Miss Bailey, now would you say that property looks maximum, minimum, average, medium? What would you categorize it to?
Minimum compared to
Minimum?
what we've been looking at.
Right, pretty much, right? Needs a lot of work, right? Paint,
Mhm.
carpet,
Mm-hmm.
you know, lots of love, TLC, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go with the minimum square feet, right? So we have looking at 406.68. So what it does, so what the system does, right? It'll give you different averages based on the maximum, the minimum, the average, and the medium, based on your closed sales right here, and also the pending and actives. So they're not mixed here. So every category is separate by itself. So if you go under pending, since there's only one pending, it's only give you only one average for pending here in the same one. So that those numbers don't change. Same thing goes with the actives. Now, but since we have 4 closed transactions, now it's going to give you different averages, right? Based on those properties. So on the low end here, on Ramona, here it is, right? So now we get our calculator, and when we want to multiply 406.68, and what's our square feet on the condo? 1189 times 1189, and that's going to give us 483,542. And how much do they want for the property?
Way too much. 549.
549.
Yeah, it's
Right.
still over. I think it's overpriced.
Yeah. Even if you go with the medium, Brenda, even with the medium, right, at 448,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's go 448.71 times 1189. It's still 533.
Yeah.
So by far, that property, it is overpriced.
And there was one that was nicer in Bellflower that was at 535. So I think that's what
Yeah.
that should be.
So I'm assuming you're trying to make an offer on this property. Is that?
No, I just kind of printed them up because my buyer's looking, and that was one of the ones that she was looking at.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to show her the nice, she wants something nice, and
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
you know.
And a little tip for all of you guys right now who are in this call right now, please, I know that we're showing properties to our buyers, and a lot of properties out there are still overpriced. Don't just go with that to make an offer on those prices. Again, I'm asking you, maybe do some homework before you submit an offer.
Mhm.
Because again, you don't want to submit an offer, for example, on this one, on Regency at full price, knowing that, guess what, it's not worth it, right? Maybe I'll probably go 535 or 530, but not 555.
Or
But they're asking-
Yeah, we could meet in the middle, like
Yeah,
maybe,
I'm sorry, 550. Yeah, yeah, probably 535, 530 or something like that.
yeah.
But I will never offer them the full price. Not for that one, right?
Mm-mm.
So do we have any questions on this CMA that we just did right now? Teresa?
So in this market, you would say that because we're in the market that we're in now, and the market is shifting, you suggest that when a property is not up to speed like this one, to go a little bit, to do your research and
Yes. Yeah. If it's been in the market for more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks, yeah,
yeah.
do your research. Because again, and also keep in mind, and if it has been reduced, right? Because yes, it was overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
So on this one, I wouldn't offer. Again, I wouldn't ask my buyer to offer 550. Probably again, offer 530 or 525.
Yeah, they only reduced it by $1. Or wait, yeah.
No, 10,000.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no,
10,000.
what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, they
tripping
need to lower it some more.
Freddy,
Yes, Eddie.
are you saying that because you would be worried about the appraisal?
Yes, I would be.
Now, would you suggest like speaking to the listing agent and just saying, hey, I'm concerned about the appraisal? I'd be willing to make an offer at asking, but is your client ready to drop his price in case the appraisal come back lower?
Yes, of course you can ask those
Yeah.
questions. Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
I like that idea.
I mean, I mean, for some people who are going FHA or 5% or 3% down, whatever the case may be, it's hard for them still to get into a deal. And if somebody's willing to take your offer, but their client is willing to drop their price if the appraisal weren't to come in at value, then there's your opportunity, right?
Correct. Yeah. So again, I think that help you actually put the deal together, right? And I'm assuming also the listing agent is probably eager to take your offer, because most likely he's getting grief from the seller. Hey, what's going on? Any offers coming in? Hey, what are you doing wrong, right? So yeah, look, well, we have potential offers coming your way, but again, keep in mind that if it doesn't appraise for that price, are you willing to reduce your price once we get the appraisal?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah. Tere, I was asking you about your condo in La Puente. Have you done a CMA on it lately?
I have.
Okay.
I have. The only way I was able to get it if we listed it at a certain price, because it's a divorce, and the judge picked me to do the sale.
Oh, excuse me.
Thank you. Yes. So we had to take it at the 590. However, on the listing, I did as requested by you guys, lower it every so often, and they accepted it. And right now they had an offer, but it fell through because they would not give 20,000. They gave 15,000. With that, I had them lower their price another 10. I'm sorry, I had them lower the price $20,000. Plus, they were asking for the closing, the seller, what is it, the
Closing costs?
buyer credit cost or credit closing cost.
Yeah, the closing costs.
I told them, well, since you guys are willing to give that to this buyer and it fell through, how about if we just continue putting it on the MLS? Hopefully it'll sell soon now.
Right.
Now it's regular at a market price. It's not, it's not high. So hopefully we'll go from there.
Good. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Definitely. Well, just keep up doing your work on that, and hopefully it does sell quickly any
Yeah.
given day now.
I need a flyer to be put out there for BHHS. Maybe somebody has a buyer.
Well, send it over. We'll go ahead and
I will.
even blast it to Downing to Southgate.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Okay. So any other questions on this CMA here? We're good? Got it covered? Yes? All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. So we got this out of the way. So, and again, this is the best way to do a CMA. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go back to results. Let's go back to search. We got to go back to rate list. Okay, Naomi, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Naomi. So now we're doing yours, which is A25 Claude.
Wait a minute.
What happened? This is the one, Naomi,
Uh,
for sale?
that's it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 5 bedroom, supposed to be, I thought it was 3 baths.
Well, we'll see right now. Okay, so this also is active as well, right? So now let's go through the specs of the property. Okay, so back to,
It's definitely not turnkey.
it's not turnkey. Okay, we'll get rid of.
No,
Okay,
need a lot of work.
needs a lot of TLC, lot of work. Okay, so this shows.
Oh, yeah, this,
Okay, so this is a 5 bedrooms. How many bath? 2 full bath. MLS shows 2 parking here. Okay, year built, effective, 1963. Lot size 4,886. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a peek at this property here for Miss Naomi.
mm,
Okay, so at one point this was expired and that was also relisted again. Who did it expire with? Let's see what. Miss Mai Tran, First Galaxy. And I was active again with who? Oh, okay, same people. All right, let's go ahead and see what's out there. Okay, no pictures. No pictures. Great. Oh, wow. Dios mío santo. Woo, yeah. That's it. I'm done. I'm leaving. What are you doing to me, Naomi? What's the matter with you?
I'm so- I don't know, this is the house that I was showing the other day, Eddie. You remember?
Wow.
Eddie, I was telling you about my client, she wanted to see this house because she want to make a boarding house out of it.
Wow.
Was it broken house? Is that what you said?
It looks, it's bad, but she wants to fix it up, and they're asking for too much.
Way too much. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. So Naomi, let me ask you, Naomi. So how much do you think this property is worth?
I would say maybe 5. But
500?
they asking for 7, and I know it ain't worth like all that.
So you're thinking about $500,000?
Huh?
$500,000? 500,000?
About maybe $500,000.
Okay, $500,000. Okay. Let's see how accurate you are with this on this property. Okay,
That's
so
just from my eyes.
all right, let's go ahead and do the quick CMA. Okay, so now we go to, right? You have an idea? So now we go to what? Search, residential, and back to CMA. Okay, coming soon, actives, pending, close, expired, right? And right here, of course, now, since it is a single family residence, right? SFR, no need to go with condo or townhouse,
Mhm.
and city of Compton Hills. Right there.
It look like they put Carson, might be Carson.
That's Compton.
Is it
Carson.
Carson?
Oh, it's Carson,
It
right?
says
You are. It's
Carson, though.
Carson. Yeah, you're right. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, Carson. Wow. I'm surprised for being Carson. Wow. Okay, so it's Carson. Okay, Carson. All right. So now we get our, what is square feet, which I didn't get. It was what? 23, what? 20. 23. 65. Okay. And now we do what, Brenda? Lorena? How do we multiply? On the low and high?
Mhm.
I hear you, honey. You're
Multiply
muted.
times 8%.
20%.
Yeah. How do we get the low and the high? On the
Okay, hold on.
how do we get it? How do we multiply it?
Multiply the square feet
Huh?
by the
Times what?
times the
80%.
80%.
Exactly, 80%. So, and that's on the low end, and that's a low 20% from the square feet, right? And the high end, How do
20%.
120?
Oh, 120, sorry.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So that's gonna give us 2838. So again, 20% on the low, it's 1892, and 20% on the high is 2838. Okay, and again, keep in, we don't care for bedrooms, we don't care for bathrooms. Okay, so just focus on the living area. That's it. Okay, Naomi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, honey. So don't worry. So just again, coming soon, actives, pending, closed, expired, property subtype, city, and living area. That's it. All right, so now, so far for Carson, it shows it will have how many matches, Naomi?
How many? They
How many
what?
matches?
How many what?
Matches, right there, match.
Oh, matches. I haven't compared them.
No, look right there. Read it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Right there. Can you see right there?
I guess you need to pull it up a little bit.
Okay. 62.
Oh, okay. See, okay, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. So now we go to map. And for the map, we punch in the address, which was 825 Claude
Avenue.
Avenue, Carson. Okay, and there it is. So we have oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't mention this at the beginning. When it comes to the color schemes, okay, of the houses,
Mhm.
greens mean actives, black mean expired, red mean close, and anything that is pending will be yellow,
Mhm.
red or orange, right? So keep, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, there you go. And also do not cross major streets, major freeways, because we know that price value property does changes when you cross major freeways or major streets, and also river bends as well, or canals. All right, so on this one, on this little block, we have on Haskins, it shows that one property sold for 865. Actually, it was reduced from 950. Look at it, from 950 to 799 to 865. Now, this property shows decent. Okay, nice cabinetry, nice modern kitchen. Okay, not bad. Recessed lights, fireplace, and that's it. Okay, so this is a good comparable to have. And when this one was closed back in, oh, February. Let me go back to criteria. I didn't change my days. Sorry. So now that one's gone. Okay, so we have another one that is active. It's a 3 and 2. Smaller than our property. It's active behind the power lines. Keep in mind, if you have an FHA buyer who wants to buy a property, FHA, last time we had talked about when it comes to FHA guidelines and standards, that a home must be at least 80% at least habitable in living conditions. And also the house cannot be, I believe, 100 yards from any power lines. So most likely this property will not qualify for FHA.
Mm.
Okay, because there's actually power lines. Yeah, don't ask me why, but that's how it is. Unless those things have changed. But this property shows really nice. Okay. Yes, Brenda.
You said 100 yards or 100 feet?
Yards or feet.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Maybe feet. Maybe feet. Yeah. Or yards. I don't know. It's just like a football field, I think it is.
Hmm.
So this house shows nice. Okay. Pretty open. Kitchen, family room, living room. Okay, just nice. Okay, so this one, it's sold for less, right? Look at from 8. Actually, it's active. I'm sorry, it's active, and it was priced at 850, and now it's priced for 799. So 50,000 reduction right there. And according to this one has a, oh no, not ADU. Okay, and Nikova Ziri. Okay, so this one should become comparable. Okay, so now expired. Let me see. That expired. Okay, same prices. Yeah. So you're saying that this lady wants to sell the property for the same price as this one here?
7.9, yeah.
So
And it ain't-
Naomi,
Yeah, she,
if you have the cash, Naomi, on hand, which I know you do, would you buy this property? That way it shows like that? Or would you buy this property that shows like this? Which one would you buy, Naomi?
I wouldn't buy that at 825, that's for sure.
It doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show my my client these comparables. I haven't showed it
Yeah.
yet, but
So yeah, and sometimes again, I question myself. People didn't do their homework. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bigger home, correct? But come on, seriously, what makes you think that a buyer or even or someone else is gonna buy that property for 790? When they could buy this property, which is turnkey, right? Moving
right,
conditions for 799.
exactly.
Why? Who in their mindset, right? The right mindset would do that. I don't know. Okay. All right. Yeah. So now we gotta cross freeways because there's no comparison. There's no comparables in the area. Okay, so we know that, yeah, it does change it. It does change. Okay, but now we have no options. But this is selling for more, right? Selling for higher price. Yeah. So what do we do now, Naomi? There's no comparisons out there. No properties. And if you go south of 91, which you live in the Compton area, and now to Carson, homes are selling for more.
Yeah, this person, but I talked to the real estate lady who listed it. She said if she fix it up, she's gonna charge 8.5. If she fix it up.
8.5.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Well,
Now, that's
yeah.
what-
Well, if it's just like this, and of course, yeah, definitely charge 8.5. But
yeah,
the way it is right now,
yeah. I was my client. I told my client just let her fix it up and then buy it.
yeah. Okay, so now since we have no comparables, right? We definitely gotta modify our criteria. And I know we don't want to go back 6 months, but most likely we have to go back 6 months.
Mhm.
And then we do a little adjustment on the price.
Okay.
Okay. So 890. That's it, huh? Wow, there's another. And this was active, that's it. So in reality, you don't have that many properties out there for sale now. So now we gotta just go with what we have right now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because everything's already. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just keep it here. Okay, now back to results. Agent one this line display right there.
Mhm.
Refine, narrow. And we have only 3 properties out there, right? And then go back to actions, go to print, and go to quick CMA. Okay. So comparing apples to apples, Naomi, we know the property on 169th Street, right? It's
Okay.
selling for $799. That shows way, way better than on Claude, right? Sorry,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So there's no way anybody will buy the property. So what I would do right from here, I'll probably get the, I'll do my, see, now I'll go ahead and get the square feet price right here from 308, the minimum,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And multiply it times your square feet on Claude, which is 2365. And that's gonna give us 730. But you're saying the price, the home is still worth what, $500,000, right?
Well, yeah, because of the market. So
Right. I don't think it's worth 500,000. I doubt it. Maybe mid sixes, I'll say. Right. The way it is.
oh, you said a little bit more than 5?
Yeah, honey. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why, because again, it has a, the house is pretty big, right? When it comes to the
It's
square feet.
big. Oh, it's huge.
Yeah. It has a bigger square feet right now. The lot size is not a bigger lot size, but the property itself, again, keep in mind when appraiser does come and do that on appraised value in the property, they focus on square footage, not so
Mhm.
much on the lot size. Unless you have an acre or half an acre, then yeah, it's different. But when you have a common lots, right, 5,000, 7,000, give and take, there's not that much value in difference on the lot size. But what really makes a difference is having more square feet on your property.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I would definitely, again, I will go with the minimum, which is 308.93, and it's still a 730.
Mhm.
Now, if you want to make it attractive, yeah, maybe 699, 68 again, or maybe get to 730,000, right? And then
Yeah.
times, and then reduce it another 5% from that, and that's 693.
Okay.
So get your, so again, 308.93, right? Times
Yeah.
your square feet, which is 2365. That's 730, 619, and then a reduction of 5% more on that. That's 694,088.
Oh. What was that price you said? 6
Okay.
what?
Okay. So let's get our minimum, right? Our minimum square feet, right? The price rate, right?
Okay.
308.93 times our square feet on the property on Claude, which is 2365. It gives us what? 730, right? 619. Yes?
Uh,
Yes.
Get the calculator, Naomi.
okay.
Right. It gives us 730, 619. Now we go add another reduction on top of that, right? Which is times 5%. And the reduction is 36,530. Minus that, it is 694.88.
Okay, I got 730.
Right. Now take another 5% reduction out of 730.
Okay, subtract 0.5.
Yeah. 0.5. Yes, correct.
Oh, it didn't go do too much.
0.5%,
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
not $0.5.
Okay. Right. 0. Still came out to 736.18.
No.
I'm not doing something right.
Yeah. So 730,000 times 5%,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
and then
Time.
minus. Yeah. Did you get that, Brenda?
Oh.
Lorena? Yes.
Yeah.
So you took
I've
like
got it.
36,000 off of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, wow. And that's 730. And you subtracting 36.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it gives you 694, give and take.
Hold on.
I think it's because of the square footage.
Well, Billy.
I was saying, I think it's because of the square footage.
Yeah.
And
694, I got
comparing-
694.
comparing all the different properties that have that similar square footage.
Right.
And yeah, that's what's bringing it up too.
Exactly. Yeah. It's bringing it up because you're right. But again, nonetheless, right? Nobody's going to pay 790 for that
No.
property. No, again, when you have one is that
Yeah,
is
my
showing way
client
better.
said she wasn't gonna pay that much.
Huh?
My client said she's not
No,
paying
no, of course.
no
And
790.
nobody
for
would,
that.
Naomi. Nobody would. Again,
Right.
what would you want to pay 790 when they're around the block? You have another one for the same price.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
fixed up.
it's smaller, right? And it's not the many, what, 400 square feet less,
Right.
right? And it shows way better, turnkey. Yeah, why would you? Makes no
Mhm.
sense.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions on this CMA?
We'll have to-
You do yours so different, Freddie, but I like the way you do yours.
What, how do you do yours, Brenda, Bailey?
I do the hexagon. I probably make it more complicated.
You know,
Only when you get to the map, I do the
oh,
I
the
draw like
polygon,
a hex, huh?
the polygon, the little,
Yeah, the hexagon, polygon,
Yeah.
all that.
oh, this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The best way is just go refine and then narrow, and then it's gonna take away all the other.
Yeah.
It's much easier that way.
It is easier that way.
And actually, I think 80 for that. He showed me that.
Because then I have to end up going through and looking at each of the properties in that.
Yeah.
So complicated.
Yeah.
But okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. Eddie showed me that trick.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie. All right. So anything else? We're good. We got it covered on CMA. Now we know how to do CMAs.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Let's go back to the matrix. Okay. It's going to give us a little announcements here. Read them later. Okay. So now let's focus how to do a hot sheet. What is a hot sheet? Is it a paper on fire? I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
It's a paper on fire. Okay. A hot sheet is technically, it could be your own farm. It could be an area you want to select to keep on a day-by-day basis an idea of what's going on with the market in your own little farming location, anywhere. Okay. So here's your hot sheet right here. Okay, you could do your farmings. Again, keep in mind when it comes to the hot sheet, okay, it only allows you to go, actually allows you to go 30 days back for hot sheets. Yes, right. Hold on. Yeah. Yes. So on a hot sheet, okay, you can go back 30 days back and see what's going on with the market in those last 30 days. A market watch, okay, it only gives you 7 days back in the market. So let's go ahead and create a hot sheet, okay? So we're gonna actually create, well, we'll start with the add right here. And let me go ahead and delete all my hot sheets that I have here. Okay, but before I do that, okay, I wanna do something real fast for you guys, okay? If I'm gonna start doing a farm, okay, I'm gonna do this, okay? So first I'm gonna do a little recent detailed. I wanna see what's active and what's closed in my farm. And I wanna focus on nothing but single family residence, okay? In the city of Southgate. Right there. And okay, so far there are 75 properties that match my criteria. There are active, close, single family residents in Southgate. I go to the map and I want to focus on, now if you want to get picky, you go select people on the red ones. Red is good, green is bad. We want to focus on properties that have closed, not actives, that are closed. Okay, now 6 months back is a bit too far. I want to go back 90 days. I'm gonna go back 90 days. So if you want to focus on the Holydale area, so far in the last 90 days, 3 properties have sold on this little Holydale area. But if you go now to Southgate, downtown, or right here, again, the park area sold for properties behind our office here, 3, 1, right? So I want to stick between California and Atlantic on Southern and Tweedy. So I'm gonna, okay, this is my farming. I'm gonna select from Southern, Atlantic, Tweedy, and California. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 homes that have sold in the last 90 days. Okay, so now I know which area I want to target. Let's go back to the matrix. And let's go back, add and customize. Okay, now we want to do a what? We want to add a CMA. Okay, so I'm gonna here rename it Southgate Farm.
You clicked on edit, what was that?
No, I created an ad.
An add, and then you clicked, oh, add, okay.
Add, yeah. And Southgate Farm. Hit save. Okay, and now from here, it's already there. So now I want to edit that criteria. Okay, now from here, I want to click on coming soon, listings, price changes, back in the market, active, pending, close, expired, canceled. Okay. Now, why is that? Why am I choosing all of them? Because since this is going to be my farm, I need to know what's going on a daily basis. Anything that's coming soon, anything that's actually new listing, any price changes, anything that's back in the market, anything that's active in the contract, that is pending, that is closed, that has expired, or has been canceled. And I'm focusing only on single family residents. And again, Southgate, right there. Now, I don't care for prices, I don't care for bedrooms, living area, I don't care for nothing like that. Okay, now from here, I hit save. And I go back to the criteria. And I go to map search right there. Map search. Okay. It's bigger. And from here, I'm going to locate my city, Southgate. Okay. And if you guys remember from the previous search, right? I mentioned that I want to focus on what? So from here, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to draw a polygon. So from here, I select the polygon right there, draw polygon, click it. And now the crosshair is going to show up right there. So with your mouse, if you have a PC, left click once, drag it. If you're in a Mac, just click. And then follow the pattern, follow the street patterns, and continue clicking. Click, 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 left click, or just click on the Mac, and there it is. So I created a shape of the farm that I want to be prospecting here. So it's California, Southern, Atlantic, and Tweedy. We good?
Wait, what did,
So I drew a polygon.
it's not showing on the screen, it's showing the,
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It's not showing. Let's go back. Okay. Now, can you see that? Yes?
yeah.
Sorry, it's just tendency of, okay, so now from the previous window that I did my CMA, the little, right, that was looking to see how many homes have sold in that area. So I'm gonna draw a polygon right there. I'm gonna click on left click with the mouse, or on Mac is just
Oh,
click
yeah.
on them, right click, follow the actual street pattern, follow it, and then go to. So I'm choosing between Southern, Atlantic, Tweedy, and California.
Mm.
This is my farming area right there. Okay, all here. I hit OK, and it stops sharing. So go back here, and there we are. And now hit save again. Okay, and I'm done. Okay, so now I have my hot sheet. So if I want to see what's going on in the last 7 days on the little area between California, Southern, Atlantic, and Tweedy, okay, I click here. It's last 7 days, and this is what's happening in the last 7 days. So far, we have one is coming soon. One went from under contract back to active, and from pending to active. See that right there? So again, one is coming soon. One went from being under contract and went back to being active. One went from being pending back to active. And also there's what? Price reductions as well. Back in the market. Okay. Now this is in the last 7 days. Right? Last 7 days. I'm gonna go back home. Now I want to see what happened in the last 30 days in my marketplace. I go custom. I go back to Southgate Farm, and now I'm gonna click 30 days back. So I'm gonna go back all the way to what? July 3rd, right there. And I hit run. And now in the last 30 days, there has been 9 changes to my farm, right? Again, so one is coming soon. One went from on hold to active, on the contract active, pending to active, active to on the contract, active to pending, active to pending, pending to close, pending to close. And the last what? 30 days, right? So now, how can I use this in my favor, in my farm? Well, if you guys have been with me in the last 6 months, right? We have done CMA, we have done an actual CMA, right? An actual CMA with the classic CMA and the cloud CMA, right? So we click all of them from here, and we're gonna click CMA. Okay, click CMA, go to pages, right there. And most likely you have the list of pages you have selected in your CMA. And if you don't, please take a picture of it if you don't have one right now. Okay, but again, we don't care for the pages right now. The only thing we care for right now is a summary list. So right now I'm gonna highlight all of them, and I'm gonna delete them. I just only want I care for the summary list. From here, I click finish, and I view CMA. And now it's gonna give me a nice little report to take with me now to pass on to the homeowners in the area. And I can always let them know, hey, my name is Freddy with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. And just to let you know, in the last 30 days around your neighborhood here, guess what? 1, 2, 3 homes are actives. One went under contract, 2 are pending, 2 have closed, and 1 is coming soon. And the median price around here is $619, and the average is $631. And the days that it takes to get a home sold in the area is 4 days in the last 30 days. I'm bringing value to the homeowners when I'm door knocking. Now, if you want to take one step further, right? Do a flyer and print it on the other side. Maybe get a property that is just sold or just listed, right? Around the area. And here's a flyer of the property that we just listed or it's been just sold. But again, in the last 30 days, this is what's going on around your neighborhood. Any questions on this? Questions? We got it covered? Yes? Doubts? So this is something that you can always bring to the homeowners. It's going to help you as well. Look, if you're thinking to selling, right? And also it gives you the price, the bedroom count, the square footage, right? The dollar per square foot right there, the year built, the MLS, and how many days in the market. Right there. So if you're thinking about pricing at over 750, well, guess what? It's gonna be there for a while. So we definitely got a price to sell, right? So this is and this is on your CMA pages. And please make sure to please do not set as default. Okay. Please do not hit set as default. Once you're done with your CMA, you can always come back in and click on restore defaults. Click on restore defaults. And automatically, all your pages that you had at one point will reappear once again. Okay, we got it. Yes. Okay, so that's a nice little summary to take with you guys if you're door knocking that area. So from here, we're just gonna actually close this, hit OK, and this brings us back to the. Now, if you want to see the map, here it is. Here's your map, and here's the properties you have actually and here it is. See, so this is your farm right there in the last 30 days. Now, would you say this is a good farm to prospect? Yes or no? Anybody?
Yes.
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 Yes, of course it is. In the last 30 days, there's activity going on. 2 have sold, right? And 2 are pending. And people are still thinking about selling. 3 are actives, and 1 is coming soon. So, Brenda, I believe you live around here, Brenda?
Downtown Long Beach.
No, I'm sorry.
What
No.
was it? Where are you at right there?
No, I'm sorry. I was asking Reina.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Brenda Bailey. Can't hear you. You're muted, me.
So yesterday I passed by a house that's, it's a street in front of my street. So it's like walking distance from my house, and it's listed by Hilda Hernandez, Berkshire Hathaway.
Okay.
Are you familiar with?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I live Southern and Atlantic.
Right here.
Yeah, right there.
Cool. So there you go. So this is your farm.
Cool.
This is your neighbors, your neighborhood, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely say, you know what? Prospect this neighborhood. You should. After next Monday. All right. So that's your hot sheet, right? Okay, now market watch. Let's go back to the matrix. Okay, now keep in mind that market watch automatically by default is going to show you what the entire MLS is doing. For example, today in the last 24 hours, right? So this is the entire MLS that covers, again, from different boards, right? All the entire MLS. So far, we have 170 coming soon, 822 new listings, 955 price changes, 292 back in the market, 395 active on the contracts, 667 pendings, 842 closed, 123 expires, 195 canceled, 163 on hold, and 138 withdrawn. This is the entire MLS. Again, nothing specific. This is again the entire MLS. Now you want to get more specific and customize it to your own liking. Yes, you can. So let's okay now. So far we already chosen Brenda Urena's market, right? Hot sheet. So now now she's gonna get a little technical here. Now she's gonna do a little market watch for the entire city of Southgate alone. Okay, not just that farm, but the entire city of Southgate. Okay, so now from here, we gotta go prep, right? Now we could definitely get a little more abroad, more open, right? Or just focus, just focus on single family. Okay, go back to Southgate. Right, and again, we don't care for nothing like that over here. We just care for it for coming soon, actives, pending, the contract, close, expires, and yeah. Okay, so from here, hit save. And now, Brenda, sorry. Okay, this is what's happening in the entire city of Southgate. This is your market watch, right? You have your hot sheet, you feed your farm. Now, in the last 24 hours, in the last 24 hours, two are back in the market. One is pending, and one has canceled. So I would definitely say now, if you wanna be the queen of Southgate, for example, in this case, right? You definitely want to go what? Go hit the people on that one that canceled. And it's on Glenwood. Even though it's not in your market, right? I'm sorry, on your hot
Farm.
sheet, on your farm, right? But again, it is in your city,
Mm.
right? So that one's canceled. And this again, it's happened in the last 24 hours. So go back to market watched. Now keep market watches only give you up to the last 7 days. You cannot go further than that, just 7 days. So I would definitely encourage all of you guys in this call to create a market watch and a hot sheet for your farm, because now you know what's going on your city that surrounds your farm. So far in the last 7 days, coming soon, we have one listing, 2 price changes, 3 back in the market, 2 under contracts, 2 are pending, 1 has closed, and 3 have canceled in the last 7 days. So I would definitely want to focus on the one that has canceled. On Aneta, California, and Glenwood. So this one's actually the one on California is by your farm, and the one on Aneta is also close by your farm. Now this one over here on Glenwood, but regardless, again, I would say go ahead and hit all 3 of them. So that's your market watch right there. So when they ask you, hey, Brenda Orena, how is the market doing? And you have an answer, right? Well, let me let you know, in Southgate alone, in the last 7 days, 1 is coming soon, 1 new listing, 2 price changes, 3 back in the market, 2 under contracts, 3 pendings, 1 has closed, and 3 have canceled. Instead of saying the market is good, the market is bad, it's so-so, you're bringing value to your clientele. So any questions on the hot sheet in the market watch? And keep in mind, you could do a hot sheet for any type of property. Okay, any type of property. It could be a single family residence, income, leases, lots, manufactured homes, commercial, business across property, anything you want. You could have multiple residential. Maybe you have different farms. Okay, so maybe you could have a different farm, for example, maybe, I don't know, let's say Lingwood, right? Okay, so from here we got edit criteria. Coming soon. New listings, price changes back in the market, active contract. Close and expires and cancels. Single family residence. You're gonna hit also condos and townhouses. It's up to you. Linwood. Right there. And hit save. Or you're gonna do a map search as well. Let me share my screen. And there it is. And then city, Linwood. Locate it. And if you already have the area of Linwood, okay, then draw your polygon. It could probably be between Imperial to Atlantic to the 105, either to Bliss, and go back up. And then hit OK. Okay, and then save it. And now you have, oh, rename this one. Linwood Farm. Hit done. There you go. So if you go to that little pocket of Linwood, right? Click here, the last 7 days. And nothing has happened in the last 7 days for that area of Linwood. So back to home. And let's go back 30 days back. Custom. Click Linwood Farm. Run it. July 3rd. Hit OK. And run. And there it is. So one's new, 2 are pending, and 3 have closed. And again, you go select them again, go to CMA, go to pages, select right there, delete, summary list, finish, and then view CMA. And there it is. So this is your little summary of comparables to take with you at all times with the flyer, or just pass out when you're hitting some door knocking. Good. All right. So that's that right there. So go back to your pages and restart your defaults. There it is. And then close this, hit OK. And you're back to your hot sheet. Back to matrix. All right. Now, if you also want to continue to do a market watch for Southgate and Linwood, you can, right? But it's gonna be combined. You cannot create 2 different type of market watches. So it's either or, okay? So if I want to add here Linwood as well. Save. And then click on that, it's only Southgate. So market watches only is for the cities, or again, it could be compiled to different cities or just one city alone itself. But you can actually, again, you can customize separate or different market watches for every city, like the hot sheet. Okay, so that's that. All right, net sheets. How do we do net sheets? Anybody has any idea how to do net sheets? No? All right. Yeah, just time, just 20 minutes. Okay, net sheets. So from here we go to net sheets. Okay, so from how to do a net sheet, we go back to matrix. And we go to finance. And we're gonna do a seller's estimated net proceeds right there. Finance, seller's estimated net proceeds right there. Okay, and of course, give yourself a name. John Doe. And I'm gonna pick Miss Naomi's property on Claude Avenue, Carson, California, 90745. And we're expecting to close this property next month by September 1st, 2022. Okay, so you have three options when it comes to the sales price. I do put down three prices. Okay, I usually put my price at the beginning, how much I believe it could sell for, right? So in this case, I said what 695, 694, 900. And of course I gave them their price, which is 799. Yeah, wait, it was 750. What was it 750 or 799, Naomi? 750? Can't hear you. Okay, 750. And then and then of course another price, maybe at the most I go 720 just in case, half price, halfways. Okay, we need to know how much they owe on their mortgage. Let's say they owe half of that, 350 right there. Any other credit cards, home improvements, they don't. Now when it comes to special assessments, okay, this number we got to get it from Realist. Okay, so when it comes to special assessments, we get it from Realist. So since we already have it here, we want to go actually scroll right here, right beneath assessments and tax. Right there, special assessments, and there's a total of special assessments tax they pay for the city. So it's $899.23. $899.23. Okay. Annual taxes, same back to Realist. Go back on top, and the last for 2021, they paid 2026,000. I'm sorry, yeah, 2026 right there. Now, when it comes to city transfer tax or county, if you know it's usually 110 per thousands on the city. No, yes, no, that's county, right? Eddie, help me with this, Eddie. Is 110 per city or county?
County.
County, right? Yeah, so 110 per thousands. Yeah, because the city does changes. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's say it's 700,000 times 110. And that's 770. Okay, so it's per thousands. So it's $1.10 per thousands. Okay, and then city transfer fees, they usually they do vary. Okay, from city to city. So I'll leave that alone. When it comes to any sellers prepays, okay, or closing costs, now we know it's very common. Like Dere had that example. They're giving away $10,000 for closing costs. So let's go ahead and put that $10,000 for closing costs. VAs, leave it alone. Any home warranties, the cost for the home warranty is about $550, give and take. Title fees, we'll come back to that one now. But when it comes to escrow fees, they usually charge roughly between $2 and $2.50 per thousands. So I'm gonna go 2.25 times 700, and that's 1,575. Now plus that, they add another fee on top of that, which is another fee, is roughly about $250 more. So add another $250 on top of that 1,575, and that's going to give you $1,875 for the escrow fees. So again, it's $2.25, right? $2.25 per how many thousands you have? 700 plus an additional $250 more on top of that. And it's going to give you $875. Title fees. Now, if you want to go, what are the title fees? Okay, you guys go to any if you use Orange Coast Title. Let's see if you go actually Coast Title fees. There you go. So you go search for calculator right there. Rate calculator. Purchase. Okay, zip code 90725 90. Purchase price 700,000. Okay. Current loan, same. They'll half of that, right? Calculate, and there it is. Here's your title fees right there. And that's 1882. Right there. Okay. So back to our matrix. 18. Yeah, I'm sorry, 1682. 1682. 1682 right there. So that's your title fees and your escrow fees. Your NHD fees, you know how much to charge? About $100, give or take. And how much commission? 3 and 3, right? 6%, correct? Yes. Good. 3 and 3, right? Any other fees? No more fees. No more TC fees. So termite fee report usually costs $100 more on top of that. Reconveyance fee for the pay off the loan, $125. Disclosure statement fee is under $125. If it has a city pre-sale, depending on the city. And the last one is miscellaneous. Now you also want to give a little miscellaneous cushion of $300 right there. Okay, and at the bottom, put your name right there. Okay, now we're gonna click view report. But before I go back, okay, I'm gonna give you one last chance to preview the numbers. So again, my price, their price, and how much it could probably get sell for. How much they owe, $350. And when it comes to any governmental expenses, we'll get these numbers from Realist, the special assessments, the transfer fee, the county tax, and the annual taxes. If they're paying for any closing costs, right there, a lending cost, the home warranty, if they're paying for it, title fees, escrow fees, NHD, your commission, 3 and 3, and then termite report fee, reconveyance fee, disclosure statement fee, and miscellaneous equals to $650 right there. So now we click view report. Okay, and then we have different scenarios. Scenario 1 at $694,900 after paying off your loan for $350 and anything in any special assessments you may have, right? And you're paying $10,000 for closing costs, the home warranty, title, escrow, and NHDs, commissions. Your net proceeds to you, Mr. Seller, be $286,679.77. That's an estimate how much you'll be proceeding after the close of escrow. After paying your expenses of $408,220, the difference of $694,900. So everything in parentheses is a deduction. Is what they're paying. Scenario number 2, at your price, right? But of course, keep on that the commission does go up because it's a higher sales price. You'll be netting $338,473.77. Now, in the third scenario, 720, after paying everything else, you'll be netting close to $310,273.77. That'll be your proceeds after the close of escrow. And again, this is only an estimated net proceeds. These numbers can go up or can go down. Any questions on this net sheet?
Okay. On record or off record. Do you think that it's okay? I mean, do you suggest running 3 scenarios when approaching a seller, or do you suggest sticking to one? Because I hear different scenarios, like don't give them too many choices.
Right. Well, again, Ms. Bailey, keep in mind that nowadays, because sellers, they still have the mindset and the mentality that, well, my home is worth this much. I want to sell for this much because my neighbor's property sold for that much last, 90 days, 6 months ago.
Mhm.
So yeah, you could take them their price, their scenario, but I'm gonna also take my scenario. Look, this is what the market is saying that a home can sell for now in
Okay,
today's marketplace, right? In today's market. Your
okay,
price, again, I'm just giving you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm also telling you what the market says now it can sell for.
right. So you have the three scenarios.
Right. Yes.
So the market is saying that it could sell for either of those three
Correct.
prices.
Yeah.
So
Again,
you
again,
suggest-
I'm not trying to argue
going-
with you about your price. Yeah, here it is. How much you net based at your price. You're saying, well, if you price it at that price, right? But if it doesn't sell for that price, and if it sells for less, this is the money you'll net at the least.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Eddie, I liked your idea the other day too. Putting you on the spot.
Which one?
Your idea, the three,
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
That's beef Wellington's.
Oh, that's 7%. Yeah.
yeah. I love it.
Just closed today too.
So any other questions on the net sheet? Concerns? No? We good? Naomi? Tiffany? Miss Brenda Orena? No?
Are you gonna upload this to YouTube?
Yes,
Okay,
of
thank you.
course. Yeah. Yeah, you've been recorded, yes. Okay, so yes, it is. Yeah. So it's all here. Again, this is the best way. Well, if you want to go a little more easier, you can always use your title company to run a net sheet. Or you could do it manually if you want to. And always make sure to they sign your hot sheet, right? Your net sheet when you go to a listing presentation. All right, so let me stop sharing right now. Okay, and stop it. Okay, so today we covered, how to do a farm, right? A hot sheet, a market watch, how to do some comparables on properties that are being priced maybe high prices because people still wanna oversell their listings. We show you guys how to do a net sheet as well. So again, the rule of thumb is if you're showing properties right now, and we can offer, just go the extra mile and do a little quick CMA on the property because we don't know if that property is overpriced. Right, Brenda? Bailey? Okay, good. All right, any other questions before we end our meeting for today?